I'm Janet Crescent. Welcome to Talk of the Town. Well, we've been in election mode for months now, although January is the official start of our election year. And our first guest today knows it all too well. This is Phil Anderson of Fitchburg. He's also the president of the Libertarian Party of Dane County, and he's running for U.S. Senate representing Wisconsin. Thanks for coming in today, Phil.
Thanks for having me.
So, Phil, in the past, you've identified as a conservative for a while. When and why did you become libertarian?
Well, in observing the political process, specifically the elections of 2008 and 2012, it was pretty clear that what I thought conservatism was sort of going away. The government was still continuing to grow. Government was becoming more and more intrusive in our lives. These are not things that I can traditionally consider to be conservative ideals. So when I was looking around for alternatives, discovered libertarianism as a philosophy and as a political party, and it became pretty clear that that was actually what I believed in, was limited government and the power of people to create a free and prosperous society and to live freely and cooperatively with each other. And that wasn't really happening in Republican or Democrat politics.
And why are you running for office?
Well, actually, I decided I needed to do something about it, and after talking about it quite often with my kids, they pretty much suggested that if it was really, really important that I should do something about it, and because I have the wherewithal to do that, and we've created the time in our home schedule for me to do that, and my employer is very supportive, somebody needed to do something, and in any movement, it takes people to stand up and take some action and sacrifice some of their time and effort. So I decided that should be me, but in the absence of anyone else volunteering to do that.
And would you like to briefly highlight what differentiates yourself from your opponents?
Well, it's actually pretty clear, I think. Most people kind of get caught up in the left versus right, Republican versus Democrat argument. In fact, both the Republicans and Democrats are for bigger government, just in different ways. The government continues to grow, our debt continues to grow, we're still at war overseas, bombing people, drone striking people on a daily basis. And I'm against pretty much all of that. The government should be smaller, people should be allowed to live their lives freely and in privacy. We shouldn't be paying excessive tax money that then goes to the government, which is unaccountable and spends the money overseas on bombing people and passes along some of that money in terms of tax credits and favors to political sponsors, corporate donors, and that sort of thing. So I think it's pretty straightforward that there's a difference between what libertarians stand for and what the big two parties stand for, and that is the status quo.
And what's been your strategy so far with your campaign?
Well, we've used extensively social media. We are raising money as well to use traditional media as the campaign goes along. But the easiest way to discover people is to post things online, specifically on Facebook and Twitter, and then they sort of find you, because people are out there looking for alternatives to the old two-party system as it is now. And when you present yourself as a new source of ideas or as an alternative to that, then they find you. So our Facebook following has greatly increased, Twitter as well, and we're also organizing through the state Libertarian Party. They already have a bunch of contacts across the state. But it's amazing to me how many people have become involved and supportive of not only my campaign, but libertarian ideals just by being exposed to that. When I ran in 2014 for state assembly, when we knocked on doors, people quite often responded very positively to the idea that the government was too big and out of control. And they just didn't see an opportunity to have anything done about that through Republicans or Democrats. So it's grown quickly, inexpensively, and like lightning across the state, pretty much.
So that was my next question. You announced in September.
Yes.
And so how has it been going so far?
It's been going very, very well. We have a full campaign staff, 15 volunteers who have various duties. We made contacts across the state and in other parts of the country as well, people that support libertarians and libertarianism. We've got a campaign headquarters, a dedicated office downtown right at 520 University. We have events scheduled all throughout the next 10 months or so, not only around Madison, but in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Hayward, La Crosse, Dodgeville. Rock County is starting a new Libertarian Party, so there's a lot going on. And this election cycle, there should be a lot of synergy and cooperation between people that are running on libertarian principles and through the Libertarian Party, because it's a popular thing. People are recognizing that something needs to be done.
Sounds like you're awfully busy right now. We only just have a little bit of time left. If a lot of good things are happening, what's the least favorite thing about being a candidate for public office?
Well, I don't really like being in front of the camera all that much, to be honest with you, but I tolerate it. I like talking about it more than being visibly seen or whatever. But
sure.
but I'll do that because the cause is that important.
All righty. Well, thank you. This is Phil Anderson. He's running for U.S. Senate to represent Wisconsin. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town right after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Well, if you're looking for musical entertainment at your upcoming event, you're not going to want to miss meeting our next guest. Joining me is Josh DuPont. He's the owner and a performer with Piano Fondue. Love the name, by the way.
Thanks.
Welcome, Josh.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
So, Piano Fondue is a dueling piano style show where these guys actually kick it up a notch. They'll do stage production, lighting, as well as some onstage humor. I think I saw a picture of you on top of a piano, standing on top of a piano. Even.
Oh, yeah.
Was that you?
That was me. That was me. Broke the trumpet out.
Yes, exactly. So Piano Fondue does perform at the Ivory Room on State Street, but
That's right.
you do so much more than that, too.
Right. We play at a number of other nightclubs in the state and around the Midwest. We also do a ton of wedding receptions and corporate events, holiday parties, fundraisers, community events, stuff like that.
Just to give you a quick plug just for you, so you're playing solo on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at the Ivory Room?
I am.
Okay, and then it gets into the dueling piano kind of thing on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's right. There's I'm on Tuesdays, typically another solo performers on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And then the Piano Fondue.
So you're at the Ivory Room quite a bit, and yet you're doing all these other things. Is that because you've got these other folks?
Right. Well, I've got 10 baby grand pianos.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 10 baby grands and about 15 performers that I regularly call upon, and a load of lighting and sound engineers, and we really put on a full production show.
Yeah, it's really sounding like it. Is there an age group that you cater toward?
Really all across the board. It's we've done shows for elementary schools. We've done shows for retirement communities. We can cater the show to whatever kind of age group. I tell you, the kids, when we played for the elementary school, it was just incredible. It was like the Beatles were up there. I've never heard people scream like that.
Your repertoire is really extensive. I was looking a little bit online, and it looks like you can do country, you can do current pop, oldies, Broadway classics,
Right,
pretty much
right.
you name it. And speaking of naming it, your shows are really kind of unique in that it's an all-request style shows. So your playlist is coming from your audience, is that right?
Right. No, the entire show is more or less directed by the audience. They're bringing up requests, be it a country song, be it a hip-hop song, and we have to stay really up on our current music, because we've got to be able to field it all.
Yeah, no kidding. And because you have that feedback from them, there becomes this energy loop, I imagine, that really
Right.
can make it intoxicating for both parties involved.
Right, yeah, it really powers us and fuels us through the show to have that back and forth with the crowd.
Absolutely. So other than you standing on top of a piano playing a trumpet, what are some of the other crazier things that have happened at this due to this energy?
Sure. We did a holiday party for a corporation just recently, and the first half was going so well, and everyone was singing along and having a great time, that during our break, they approached us and said, you know what, why don't we start collecting donations for the American Heart Association for the second half, and if we reach a certain level, our president has agreed to stand on top of the pianos and do a dance and maybe take off his shirt.
Now there's incentive.
It was absolutely wild. It happened, and yeah, it was
It was a
heck of time.
memorable moment for all involved,
Yeah.
and sounds like they raised some good some money as well.
They really did. They came forward.
All right. Well, we have just a little bit of time left. I did look at your promo video. Loved it. It was dueling
thanks.
pianos with, I think, a Billy Joel song.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
everyone loves. Is there a favorite song that you have?
Oh man. Well, the trumpet comes out when I'm at the show for Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash.
Oh.
And yeah, climb up on top of the pianos, and the crowd's singing along and clapping, and it's just a great time.
Well,
I love that
I
one.
actually get goosebumps just thinking about that.
Oh, you should come check it out.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. So again, this is Josh DuPont. He's with Piano Fondue. If you have any kind of event, a corporate event, a wedding, fundraisers, public events, private parties, so much more, consider them and check out their website too. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town right after this break. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on Talk of the Town. Well, my next guest and his crew believe that wedding couples and their guests deserve a party with class. So they've set out and are redefining the reputation of the wedding DJ, and they're doing it one event at a time. Joining me is Josh Kuhl of Kuhl Entertainment. Thanks for coming in today, Josh.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty, so what are you doing to change people's perception of what the wedding DJ is and what they could be, I guess?
First of all, I think it's really important to set the tone as soon as you get there, not only with the way you dress and the way you carry yourself at the event, but also what you're doing with the equipment that you have, the tools that you have to really do something different. One of the things that I think is important is to create an atmosphere as soon as people arrive and really set the tone right from the start. I think we do that really well.
You know, I was looking a little bit at your website, and it looks like you've done weddings from 19th century barns to destination weddings. What is it that you really enjoy about doing weddings in particular?
For me, it's exciting to be a part of somebody's day, a special day. In fact, probably one of the biggest days of their life. And not only that, but they've got a great deal of friends and family that are all coming together on that day to share in that special moment. And generally, everybody's in great spirits and ready to have a good time. And it's really hard not to want to be a part of something like that.
Sure, yeah, definitely a lot of good feelings going on there. You know, there's a lot of wedding DJs out there, so would you like to highlight why you think that you stand out from the competition?
For sure. I think there are a few things that we do a little bit differently, or take on a few more, a little bit more responsibility than some others might. In many ways, we act as a wedding planner, day of coordinator, getting into fine details throughout the planning process, and then executing a game plan with the other vendors, like photographer, people at the venue the day of, in order to ensure that things go smoothly. So we really don't see ourselves primarily as a DJ. DJ is only one of the roles that we take on in any given date.
And you know, that matches. I did read some reviews of folks that have used your services, and some of the comments were that they really appreciated that they felt like you were available and fulfilling your promises and helping pull things together as hoped. What are your plans for Kuhl Entertainment for 2016?
Well, we've got a few different things we're working on. One, we are making plans right now over the course of the year to do more in the sense of giving back to the community and doing more philanthropic events, things like that, I guess. Public events that include, we're hoping to do things at the Madison Skate Park, work with individuals and do things at some of the retirement homes in the community, things like that. And in addition to that, I'm actually moving to Puerto Rico in June to expand operations into the Caribbean to focus on destination weddings down there.
Okay, so we went from charitable events to moving to Puerto Rico. That's going to be a heck of a year for you.
It is, yeah.
That's a big change.
Yeah.
So if Josh could have a billboard in Madison, what would it say? What would you like it to be like?
Share gratitude. 2 words, share gratitude. I think it's really important to, when you do recognize, successes in your life and things that are going right, for you to take the gratitude that you have for that and share it with the people around you, and let that become infectious and in turn fill them up with gratitude.
That's an attitude of gratitude. That's something that...
Exactly.
Yeah,
there you go.
We all need to work on it, and it's proven to be very beneficial. Before we wrap up, do you want to just tick off some of the services that you do offer?
Yeah, for sure. Of course, we see ourselves as primarily a wedding DJ service. In addition to that, along with that, we're emceeing. We're handling day of coordination, planning up until the day of the event. In many ways, we also consider ourselves to be lighting experts, so we provide architectural lighting for a number of different rooms and spaces, photo booth services. We actually just added videography services. One of our DJs recently graduated and is doing video, so and obviously the destination weddings thing coming into play.
Sure.
That's going to be a primary focus this year as well.
Alrighty. Well, if you have your own questions of Josh and his company, you can look at their website. They do have a page with FAQs on there. Thanks for coming in today, Josh.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
meeting you. This is Josh Cool. He's with Cool Entertainment, and we'll be right back right after this. And welcome back to Talk of the Town. It is a new year, and on everybody's list this time of year is physical fitness and getting ourselves back into shape. My next guest is Matt Smith, and he's with 9 Round Kickbox Fitness. Thanks for coming in today, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
I suppose this is a busy time of year for you at the 9 Round Fitness spot.
Yeah, a lot of people want to get their New Year's resolution in, get in shape.
Get started while you're still thinking about it, still fresh, and everyone's motivated.
Yep.
So there's a lot out there. We're seeing ads and lots of gyms and little studios. What makes 9 Round different and stand out from some of these others?
Well, we're a 30-minute circuit, so you can get in, get a full body workout in 30 minutes. We're not class-based, so you just come in basically on your own time and get your workout in. The nice thing about our gym is that there's always a trainer with you. So when you go to a traditional gym, sometimes you're just not as motivated because you're there by yourself. You don't know what to do half the time, so there's always a trainer pushing you. With you, showing you the ropes and keeping you on task.
So you can show up anytime?
Yep. Anytime that we're open, you just come in. You can jump in. Our rounds are 3 minutes, so
I see.
the most you would have to wait is 3 minutes to jump in.
Okay, so it's kind of ongoing, and you just slip in to this rotation, so to speak.
Right. We just have a timer going and jump in.
Okay, well, it's really nice that you have someone there, because you're absolutely right. People, especially that are new to fitness, are wondering if they're doing the right thing and maybe spending their time wisely or risking injury. So it's really good to have someone keeping an eye on you. What kind of other pieces of advice do you have for folks that are looking to get fit?
I think the biggest thing is just, get yourself started. No excuses. If you want to make a change, go out and do it.
Nike really has it nailed when they say just do it.
Yeah, they do.
By the time you contemplate putting on the shoes and when you're going to go and what to wear, you could have been there and been halfway through.
Yeah.
And so this type of workout that you're offering, is this for anyone or is this a special?
Yeah, we have people all different ages, shapes, and sizes that come in. It can be successful for anyone. We've had, people with dramatic changes in weight loss since they started the program. So.
Okay, probably their next best friend is the consistency of just coming back for more.
Yeah.
Now, you said that you have 2 locations before the cameras were rolling, you and I were talking.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Where are they?
We have a west side location on Mineral Point Road, Clock Tower Plaza, and also on the east side, East Washington Avenue, right next to McDonald's on the frontage road there.
All right. Convenience is a big factor when it comes to making that stop at the gym for sure.
Yeah.
And do you offer free trials for folks if they want to just come by and see what it's about?
Definitely. First workout's always free, so come in. A trainer will take you through, and it's definitely something that's different from a traditional gym. You can kind of get a little bit of aerobics, weightlifting, and kickboxing all mixed together. So.
Okay, so if they want to try the free thing, they don't have to call or set it up. Again, they can just show up.
You can show up. You can give us a call and we'll schedule you. Otherwise, just pop in. We'll be more than happy to take you through.
Either way works.
Yeah.
Okay, and as for what to wear, it's just your typical gym attire, shoes, comfortable shorts, or?
Yep, definitely. We tell a lot of people to bring a water bottle along with you. You're going to sweat a lot going through our workout.
Maybe
so
a towel.
Yeah, you want to stay hydrated. We'll mop up the floor. Don't worry about that.
What about promotions for the new year?
Right now we have a weight loss challenge. It's a 3-month challenge starting on February 1st. Whoever loses the most weight basically gets the prize. There's like a buy-in, and then it goes into a pot. Whoever loses the most wins. So.
Okay. Well, there's lots of incentive there, not only for your physical health, but a little prize at the end. What do you think is the best part of working out at 9 Round?
I just think that how we change our workouts up every single day. At the end of the night, we wipe down the boards, write all new workouts for the next day. So you're not getting the same thing or stuck in a rut or anything like that, and you're able to make consistent progress.
Once again, nice to have someone sort of taking charge so you don't have to think so hard. You can just go and just do it and feel great about yourself afterward. Well, we're out of time, Matt. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Again, this is Matt Smith, who's with 9 Round Kickbox Fitness Facility. And that's it for Talk of the Town. From all of us at CW, thank you for watching. Thanks to all of our guests, and we'll see you next time.